welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Microphone. There.
Hello, everybody.
The creator of reality as we know it.
Game Fest.
No, for whatever reason, my microphone
what's
was.
new and next in video games.
Anyway.
Now, every year, we have the distinct honor of coming together to spotlight the boundless creativity that defines our industry. Thank you all for joining us.
Let me know if the volume is at a good
and
level.
Special thanks to Dante. I was reading my feed this morning
Bump it
and
up
saw that
a
he
little.
canceled a date and he hopes I don't disappoint him. Dante, we're going to do our best to make it worth your while. We have a really fun show ahead. Over the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a whirlwind tour of dozens of games from studios big and small. From Lego bricks to puppets, zombies to Marvel heroes, this show has a little bit of everything, including, yes, some brand new game announcements. Gotta have some of those.
We'll talk about that later, Duskus.
Now,
but
before we dive into the excitement, let's take a moment to recognize just how dynamic our industry has become. Here's a look at the
We're
top 10
excited for
selling new
trailers.
games on Steam so far in
Right, Mizma?
2025 by units, according to Game Discover Co. Lots of great games. Now, the list includes beloved franchises, but sitting proudly at #1 with over 13 million units sold since February is Repo, a groundbreaking indie game crafted by a passionate team of just 10 people at Semiwork in Uppsala, Sweden. And closely trailing
like
it is
every year
Schedule
there's just
1
an indie
from
game
TVGS, a solo developer
Oh,
in Australia.
Can you not hear me
It's
very well?
inspiring that these indie creations stand side by side with heavyweights
Is
like
that better?
Monster Hunter Wilds and the Oblivion remake. Absolutely. Now let's also
yeah, it seems like every
applaud
year-
Claire Obscure from Sandfall. Okay. They might get some nominations.
new
at the
indie
end of the
game
year. We're
just
not there
blows
yet, but
up.
it is a monumental achievement, earning the highest
is a good
user
thing.
Metacritic score ever recorded for a game, all from a team of under 30 developers who bravely stepped away from big publishers to forge their own path. One thing is clear. With digital distribution and engines like Unreal, today's most innovative projects increasingly emerge from outside the traditional publisher system.
Outside.
That's
Is he
something
Canadian?
to celebrate. But with
That was
more
a
than
very Canadian outside.
18,000 games released on Steam just last year, more than double from 2020, the challenge now is discovery. And that's precisely why events like Summer Game Fest, our partner showcases happening all weekend long, and initiatives like the Steam Next Fest are so essential. These events help remarkable games, big and small, find their audiences. And hopefully, if you're watching this show, you'll discover your next favorite game. So, in that spirit, let's kick things
All right,
off
you
with a
put
game
the
from an
captions on
independent
if you want.
studio who is thinking very big. In 2017, 4 developers broke away from AAA publishers
It's too
to
delayed,
chart their
I
own
can't handle
course.
it.
Today, they're a
Sorry,
thriving
guys.
independent studio of 30 creators. And what you're about to see is a powerful testament to what passion, freedom, and a small, dedicated team can achieve.
I mean, the
Let's
important
take a
stuff
look
is the
at
trailers,
our first
right?
new game announcement.
Who cares what this guy has to say? All he does is eat Doritos all day.
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be.
The Tengu Man.
Is this Bloodborne 2? Oh no, they already announced Bloodborne 2.
They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon, child.
Time to get hard again? Was that the tagline of the original? Time to get hard. Oh, you know what? I think I saw a bit of this, the first game of this, and it looked interesting. This is Donkey Kong Bananas. just saw a big leech. You can get hard to block attacks. That sounds familiar.
All right, didn't that look great? Well, we got
the
lots more to
Metapod
come. But
minigame
right
in
now,
Pokemon
the
Stadium.
end, the Nexus War, Galactus Fight, or even live at Risky Reels. Over the years, Fortnite has innovated with mass-scale live in-game events. And tomorrow, Fortnite is set to do it again across console, PC, and phones. The
Talking
Death
about
Star's
Fortnite
super
now?
laser is charged and ready to decimate the Battle Royale
Palpatine?
island. But there's still hope. You and your friends can join the fight. Here's the first exclusive look at what you'll be part of tomorrow in the brand new live event, Death Star Sabotage.
Star Wars. It's like some kind of Star Wars.
They never use the phrase Star Wars in any of the Star Wars movies, do they?
Think I saw Jonesy. All right. Right now, it is an honor to welcome to Summer Game Fest a legendary game creator who is set to release his latest project in just a few short weeks. With each of his games, he pushes the gaming medium in bold new directions, and we are honored to have him with us for the first time at Summer Game Fest in person. Please, everyone, join me in welcoming the great Mr. Hideo Kojima.
What? I thought you were going to bring out George Lucas. I still need to play Death Stranding 1. I know I'll love it.
Aki, great to see you. Mr. Kojima, here we are. The world tour begins at Summer Game Fest. It's great to have you here. We are so
I wouldn't
excited
mind
for
sitting next to
DS2.
the Woo guy.
So let me ask you, Mr. Kojima, you've worked for many years on this project. What do you hope players take away from DS2 when they play it later this month?
DS1 が出た後にコロナになったの
Well,
で、
we hit the pandemic after
まあ
we released
僕ら皆さ
DS1.
ん、コロナを体験したと思うの
Everyone
で、
experienced
この
the
コロナを体
pandemic.
験した中での
So,
新しいつながりというか、
I wanted to
それをも
show
う一度ゲー
something
ムをプレイし
new
ながら、
connection
考えていただきたいと
after
思い
we
ます。
faced the pandemic. So I want everyone you to think about that when you play this game.
Okay, well, talking about playing the game, it's coming out later this month, but right now I know you prepared a special exclusive clip for SGF. Let's take a look at this.
はい、
Death Stranding. Wow, those are some graphics.
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please. No smoking, please. So you are Neil Varner. Mm-hmm. What do you do? For living?
I'm a video game protagonist.
I'm a porter.
So thank you. We're good for the day.
Okay. Thanks.
Neil.
What?
This seems like it takes place in a normal,
So you made it then.
modern setting. I thought Death Stranding was somewhere like
Sorry.
this dystopian future.
You really don't remember me.
Whoa.
The car.
They bags and gym badges. This is the final boss fight right here. They're spoiling it. You have to mash A.
So much mystery. Well, that was a clip from the game, a cutscene. We saw a first glimpse of Neil and Lucy, and we met them in the trailer back at South by Southwest, but we got a little bit more of them here. Tell us a little bit more about this clip and the characters of Neil and Lucy.
DS2 で非常に重要な
In
キャラクターです
It's a very important character.
Press X to refuse
Neil
therapy.
and
で
Lucy.
まあちょっと詳しくは言えませんけ
I
ど
can't really say because there'll be spoilers.
手にカニ座の刻印が
You
2人ある
saw the cancer mark on both of their
すごい
hands
深いつながりがあって
So they have
これが
this
物語に
deep
大き
connection
く関わってきます
and
で
reveals
前回
throughout the
クリ
story.
フっていう人気キャラクターがい
And
ま
last
したけ
time
ど
on
マツさんがや
DS1,
って
we have Cliff,
で
who was
物
played
語
by
的には
Mats.
彼はもういなくな
And
った
of
の
course,
で
by story, you
まあ
know,
2では出
he
せ
will
ない
not be in
で今回ニ
DS2.
ールっていうのが
But
マ
this
ツさ
time,
んの代わり
Neil
にその
will
同
be
じような
like
役割を担って
playing like the role that
登場
Mats
します
did for DS2
で
this
まあクリ
time.
フすごい人気あったので
And Cliff was a very
まあ
popular
クリフを超えるようなキャラク
But
タ
I
ーを作ろう
think
としてまあルカさん
we
に
have
お
to
願い
kind
し
of
て
like top that
結構いいキャ
character.
ラクター
So
に
Luca
なったと
Marinetti was a great
非
actor,
常
and
に
I
心に
think
残る演技もしてい
it
た
was
だい
great.
た
He did a great performance, so I think you'll like this new character,
も
Neil,
う
too.
20日後にゲーム出るんで
Well, the game's going to be out in 20 days, so I'm not going to give any spoilers, you know. That's
I know.
what I brought today.
But there is more to share, and you won't have to wait very long to learn more about the game. Actually, this Sunday, as part of Summer Game Fest, you tune into the DS2 live game premiere, where Hideo will be joined by many members of the cast. He'll be sharing a new demo of the game, live gameplay demo, alongside Elle Fanning and Troy Baker, and I'll be there hosting it. And let's just say this is not the last that you've seen of Neil this weekend, and we'll leave it at that.
ニールのゲームプレイシーンっていうのを
Yes,
出し
I'll
ます
show
の
you
で
the gameplay scene of
見に
Neil.
来てください
So hope you enjoy. Will join us Sunday too.
Excellent. All right.
Okay,
Thank
when
you
you
so
said
much. Hideo
cancer
Kojima,
mark, I
everyone.
wasn't
Great
sure
to see you,
if
Mr. Kojima.
he was
Thank you.
referring to like the radiation therapy, but yeah, why would it
All
have a
right, and
specific
now I'd like
symbol?
to introduce my co-host for Summer Game Fest.
Oh,
She's
the
along for
Zodiac
party,
cancer,
a
I
veteran
see.
games journalist on GameSpot and the co-host of the Friends Per Second podcast. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Lucy James.
Because that is a thing that happens to people who get radiation treatment. They do get these like burn marks in places if it's like directed radiation.
Thanks, Jeff, and hello, Summer Game Fest. I am so excited to be here this year. Thank you for having me. Now, we are honored to reveal an exciting new project
Sleepy.
from Raw Power Games, a new team headquartered in Copenhagen, Denmark. Here, you can engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive armies into epic scale battles, as narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
As narrated by actor Tom Hardy.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But
Raw
ambitious
Power
men
Games.
do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me.
Medium well magic games. Doesn't look like
I
Dom did
became like
for
them.
now.
I took up the sword.
Where's the
Prayed I
bird
could
jewel?
win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death.
I thought they said Venom was in this game. What is it?
But that's just my story.
Oh, this is like a big war game. I think I saw. Didn't they show this off
Go
at
write
another
your
thing?
own.
They're like the most realistic battle simulator ever. You could have 1 million people in your army.
Chronicles.
Medieval.
That was a very cool new project in a brutal European medieval world. Now it's time to hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a thrilling new entry in the legacy of racing action games
think
within the Sonic franchise.
Jeff
Cross
Keighley
Worlds
is
brings
like the
other
original
worlds and
AI?
familiar faces to Sonic Racing, including surprise guest characters being revealed here at SGF for the first time.
Maybe he's like an alien computer that crash landed on Earth. Oh boy. Another Sonic game for my friend to 100%. Because I guess he likes pain. Who's that? I don't recognize that gray bird guy. What? Hatsune Miku's in the Sonic Racing game? Okay. That guy from Yakuza? Is that the cars he drives in Yakuza? That one guy from Person 5? Oh, that's right. Yakuza's Sega. Is Persona Sega? And Hatsune Miku, I guess, must be owned by Sega now. It's the only explanation.
Coming in September, but that is not all. We'd like to introduce the man behind the creation of everyone's favorite blue hedgehog, Takashi Iizuka.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm
Shigeru
honored to be
Miyamoto
here
takes
to
credit
talk
for
about
Sonic.
our latest Sonic Racing game. Sonic Racing Cross World is the next generation of the Sonic Racing series, developed by Sonic Team and the Sega Arcade Racing Team. You can feel brand new experience from the new future travel ring, which you can warp in the race.
Who's gonna come out of the
Also,
portal?
unlike another kart racing game, this game will have online cross-platform matchmaking.
Oh yeah.
So you can race against all of your friends across all of the platform. Lastly, I have one more thing I'd like to show everyone here today.
Big the
Take
cat.
a look inside of the travel ring.
Big the cat. Big the cat. Big the... That's not Big the cat. What does Minecraft racing have to do with anything?
Minecraft and Sonic.
compete
I
with
guess
the
you
new
could
Mario
say
Kart?
you gotta go craft.
They have
not gonna lie.
Minecraft. They're
That's
gonna
all I want.
destroy
That's all
the
I
new
want.
Mario Kart.
Next, we're excited to
Nintendo's
reveal
done
a
for.
brand new action RPG from Bandai Namco Studios. Embark on a journey across a dark fantasy world and uncover a vast story that eclipses time.
Is that like an angel? A demonic angel? Because it has like one of those weird little back of the head halo things that I... Got a heart on his back.
For some,
Candles.
it heals. For others, it wounds.
Everyone in this game has organs in the wrong place.
And for our world, it promises only oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion. The
Our
sequel
hopes
to
lost
Oblivion.
long ago. But you,
He looks so out of place compared to everything else in this.
you have the power to change all of this.
Never mind, she looks like she fits.
If time
She makes
were a
him
weapon
fit
to
now.
wield, could you undo the sins of ruin?
So the protagonists are like pretty anime characters.
And this time,
And the enemies are like grotesque monsters.
or maybe the next,
You'll find how to save us all.
Yeah, Anime Soul sounds accurate. I mean, it looks like it's maybe a mix between like a Souls type game, but also like maybe like a Bayonetta. It's definitely like a clash of styles, Mizma. That's what I was kind of feeling. Like, it's not like their characters would look bad in the right setting, but they just seem out of place. Epic Games Publishing presents. Section 9, is that like Section 8, but more powerful? This gives me Little Nightmares vibes just because of the enormous landscape. Oh! Twin stick shooter? Huh. That looks like that thing from Inside. If you know, you know. That's the HAL 5000. Voice sounds a little different. End of Abyss. Interesting.
That was a very moody, cool new game. That was End of Abyss, the debut title from Malmo, Sweden-based Section 9 Interactive, an atmospheric action-adventure game coming in 2026 to the Epic Games Store and consoles. Next, we'll step into the black and white world of rubber hose animation with Mouse PI for Hire, developed by first-time developer Fumi Games and published by PlaySide, releasing later this year. Here's a quick new look at the game and the reveal of a familiar voice.
I've been seeing demos of
There's
this
something
game.
rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
It's crazy this is so developed now. I would see clips of this when it was just Troy Baker as Jack Pepper. I would see clips of this game when they had like nothing to it. It was basically like
Another role for
concept.
Troy Baker. All right, that's not all from PlaySide. Now comes the announcement of another ambitious project from this independent Australian developer. We've been talking to them for a while about this project, which builds on their recent launches of Kill Knight and Age of Darkness. But this takes things to a whole new level. It's a premium, real-time strategy game built for PC based on one of the most iconic fantasy franchises in the world. Any guesses? Let's take a look.
And that franchise is Hancock. Will Smith is back. Oh, that's Game of Thrones. I never even watched Game of Thrones, and I know.
You may think you know.
Those are the
how
Walter
the
White
game
Walkers,
is played.
I believe.
But this is not the game you know.
Is that Magneto doing the voiceover?
This is your legacy. You decide who wins and who dies.
I still feel bad for Game of Thrones fans, because like I heard, you know, it was just really good until the final season, and that sucks. Dude, they're spoiling the game, the show. Well, not actually, right? Because they're saying that you can change the events. That's the
Game of Thrones.
gimmick.
War for Westeros.
War for Westeros.
A real-time strategy game. Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that based on the trailer, but...
All right, now it is time for the global reveal of an FPS action-adventure RPG.
It's like non-canon, it looks like, where you can change the timeline, like people who didn't live.
The great Silkovsky once said, one could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. My answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this.
What is it? What game is this?
The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart.
I didn't even know there was an Atomic Heart 1. So many games getting sequels. Oh no, this is blah 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 blah, talking over the Queen song, cause it's gonna get my stream. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna mute you now. Sorry guys. There's no way I could have a Queen song playing on my stream, are you kidding me? Oh, what am I kidding? This stream's gonna get... Don't stop me now.
Have a good hunt, Captain.
Maybe stop me a little bit. Oh no. There are... Please stop me. Please stop me. I can't do this. Please stop me. They're like, how we paid for a Queen song? We're gonna use the damn Queen song. Okay, stop. Don't get me wrong, Queen's great. My stream can't handle it, unfortunately. I don't want to stop. Was that Echo? Is Atomic Heart known for their sexy robots?
That's right, Atomic Heart 2 is in active development at Munfish on Unreal Engine 5, a spiritual successor to the first game with a retro-futuristic world on a
that song
global
is
scale.
really overused,
this time there's a greater emphasis on RPG elements and player freedom. But that, believe it or not, is not all from Munfish today.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube.
Voice was so high-pitched.
I can still barely believe it myself.
It's a giant Rubik's Cube.
When it showed up, I was in the lab. I didn't even see it. You know? I felt that same fear, though. A terrible sense of my own powerlessness.
The same fear as what?
How did the whole of humanity miss it? And did we actually miss it? What if the cube didn't appear, but revealed itself? What if it was always there, and we've only just started to see it?
Sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory to me. Crispy critters. Sounds like a fictional fast food place, like in a sci-fi series. I don't understand these outfits. What is happening? Are they doing that just for fun? Like they're cosplaying? The Cube. I like the name. But might just be because I like the Cube.
Cute little guy. The Cube
Movie
is yet
series.
another new project from Munfish, an MMORPG shooter set in the Atomic universe on a massive levitating cube you can see there, where the edges are constantly rotating to create unique gameplay combinations that are ever evolving.
That's an interesting idea.
All right, let's jump into the Marvel Cosmic Invasion universe. The new retro beat 'em up
This is a
coming to
mobile
PC
game?
and consoles this holiday with multiplayer
Look at
fun
those
for up to
little
4
jokes.
players. You can pick between 15 Marvel characters
some
to
of them
play,
are
but so
moving.
far, only 7 have been revealed. Well, now it's time to meet the next 2.
But they said it was a beat 'em up. Rock Raccoon came into his room. And She-Hulk. Dang, they made She-Hulk quite beefy in this. Oh wow, this. Oh, was this done by the TMNT people? Because it looks just like it.
Let's go, Bob.
The classic Wolverine color. Oh my god, Venom looks so tiny. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. That looks neat.
This isn't hell.
Capcom presents.
Oh my world. What is this place?
Is this the new Onimusha? Which they had announced it already, right? They're just showing more now. Yeah, you could see the little souls, the orbs that he absorbs. I gotta play Onimusha 2 and 3 still, because I really liked 1. Capcom versus Capcom.
Capcom versus Capcom. New age of Capcom.
They are doing Marvel vs. Marvel.
We both want the same thing, Musashi.
Did you see that, Banana? They're doing a Marvel fighting game and it's the Guilty Gear people.
Words never did work between us, did they?
This Marvel and Capcom's relationship is just over with, or what? I thought it was 2v2. Let alone 4v4. Way of the Sword.
That was a new look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, which we announced back in December at the TGAs. It is coming in 2026 and will be playable this summer at
4v4,
Gamescom.
man, that's too
Now
much.
let's completely switch gears. You guys all know I love my puppets, and this next project is one I've been tracking for a few years.
love your
As a
puppets?
team at Sans String Studios is using Unreal Engine 5 to create an insane digital puppeteering pipeline.
I am being
It's actually a thing. What
transformed
you're about
into
to
a
see is
living
running
puppet.
completely in real time in Unreal, and I
I've
cannot wait to
consented to
play
this.
it. Here is
I
an
prefer
unexpected new
to
game
live like
announcement
this.
that combines comedic storytelling and arcade fighting action. Check this out.
He must have really liked Liza P.
Fuzzy, the
Oh.
tournament of a million punches, you'll get yourself killed!
Okay. And an unadoptable orphan. I like this so far.
All right, you little sick of fuzzy
Demolition.
shit. Show me what you got. What? If you're gonna be champ, we gotta transform you. Why are you even here?
Puppet boxing.
Don't waste my time.
Oh. No. Save the only home he's ever known. His name's Fuzzy? Neverlast. That's funny.
Boy. Yeah, boy.
Take control of a flimsy puppet. Ooh! Oh, that's the gameplay? I hope they're not trolling me. No way. This is awesome if it's real. Felt that boxing. Oh, I get it. Yo, this is sick. It's like Punch-Out with like live action puppets. Hell yeah.
Super fun. Got to wish list that, right? All right, well, next it's time to see the announcement of a brand new game in Deception We Trust.
Well, it's the graphics are so good it looks like
white
action.
castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner of the earth.
Is this the new
divided, yet
Let It
bound.
Die or whatever?
Wolves and lambs. Engaged in a perilous dance of wits. A game where truth is but a shadow.
Killer
Enough
Inn.
theatrics. I'll get to the point. Killer Inn is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues. One step closer to
Sounds like this could be
unmasking
a
the
fun
culprits.
party game.
Who is guilty will eventually come to light. Wolves win by killing every lamb. Lambs win by booting out every wolf. Such simple rules. But there's so much more to this game of murderous mystery. Complete quests to level up. Buy items with the gold you earn. Loot chests for weapons and armor. Steal items, blow up opponents, poison others.
I think it was some of the characters'
Discover one of your
outfits
own as
that
a
made me
wolf.
think
Is
of
killing
Let It
not
Die.
to your taste? Then you'd better escape the castle. Now the paths to victory are clear. You would do well to remember, deceit and deduction are your strongest weapons in this game of life or death. Your invitation awaits.
Yay, I guess. I probably won't play that, but it seems...
That was Killer Inn, a 24-player multiplayer game from Square Enix where you compete in
Square
a game
Enix.
of life or death using social deduction skills to win. All right, it's hard to believe this next game was first announced at TGA in 2021. And though it's been a while, their recent tech tests prove that some things are definitely worth the wait. I'm, of course, talking about Arc Raiders. This is one of the most anticipated
But who,
games
what
of the
now?
year, and we're excited to share a new trailer which will tell you more about the
very
mystery
Atari-looking
surrounding the
logo.
world of Speranza and the long-awaited launch date coming later this year. From Embark Studios, here's the world premiere of the release date trailer for Arc Raiders.
Breathe. Let your body settle into a slower rhythm.
Ghostbusters?
Clear your mind of all distractions.
She really is dressed like a Ghostbuster.
You don't have to walk this path alone. Surround yourself with resourceful friends.
Oh no, I saw it at Arc Raiders. It's just the way she looks.
Here, you are in control.
What is it? Extraction shooter. Like you're trying to find something and then bring it back? Okay, that happened at the start of the trailer. Nuevo Retro.
That's right, everyone. Arc Raiders is coming October 30th, 2025 for PC and console. Congrats to Embark Studios. All right, Dune fans, now you can finally step onto the world of Arrakis yourself. Dune Awakening combines the survival and MMO genres with a thrilling cinematic story. It arrives on PC in
Crazy
just
how
a few
Dune
days
is,
on
like,
June
getting
10th,
games and
but
stuff
you can
now.
play
You
it
wouldn't
right
have
now in
thought
Steam
that, like,
Advanced Access.
20
Here is a
years
brand
ago.
new look.
I still need to watch the Dune movies. I need to watch the David Lynch Dune movie too. I never saw that one either.
The Dune movie was my favorite movie I ever made.
I don't think you would ever say that. Okay, did they get Medusa? Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Dune either, just little things here and there. Seems like a dangerous salute. I'm sure he did, Mismo, because he didn't usually direct movies that weren't based on his own original work, and that was, yeah, one of the extremely few times. And it was his biggest budget movie, which is another thing I don't think he liked. I still want to go to the timeline where David Lynch directed Return of the Jedi. Like, I can't even imagine. That dude looks like a shrimp version of the engineers from Alien.
I saw my world fall to ash, consumed by the void. Try as I might to quell their advance. 'Twas all for naught.
I wonder how much the tickets were to go to this thing. Let's see, Summer Game Fest live. Because they do this in LA.
Some say time
Ooh, they have tickets for
stops no
$30.
one.
But that's probably just because it, yeah, they're resale tickets. People are trying to just get their money back at this point, since it already started.
Yet what then of those who deigned to turn back the hands of fate? To save what remains of our broken worlds. You need only take my hand. Return to the past, where your journey awaits.
Chrono Odyssey.
There's a playtest.
Every hero's tale begins with a trial. But the true lead of the story has yet to emerge. Whatever's coming next will not be easy.
I will never forget my cause.
What is more compelling to you?
Banana, why are you typing gibberish in
Just
the
as
chat?
he once came to me,
wow.
filling that dark tower with light.
What happened while I was out? So I hear you're looking for someone?
The victors show no mercy to the defeated. People here despise weakness, worship strength, and crave glory.
I love Wawa. I wish
I
we
never
had
doubted
Wawa.
that you'd end up here. I'm merely curious. What ending have you penned for Septimont this time?
A rat in the vessel.
Ooh.
Such a tiny nuisance.
I'm guessing it's a Metroidvania.
All your secrets. And don't come back.
Neo.
That's Mio, Memories in Orbit, a stunning new Metroidvania platformer that has a demo on Steam you can play right now as part of Next Fest. What you're about to see next is a stop-motion co-op platformer where everything has been crafted by hand. It's called Out of Words, and I'm honored to show it to you today.
I think we saw a bit of this before, right? But I don't think they show a lot. This looks cool. Looks like it'd be a fun co-op game. I wonder if there's a one-player mode.
Come on, follow me.
Oh yeah, they don't have modes. They're silent protagonists, I guess.
What a really unique and different game. This August signals the release of Mafia: The Old Country, the next entry in the acclaimed Mafia franchise from the team at Hangar 13. It's a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Here is the Summer Game Fest trailer.
1900 Sicily.
Betrayal burns because it can only come from someone close. An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
This is revealed to be
Remind them of their obligations.
a Godfather prequel.
This is between us and Spadaro. Where I come from, commitment means everything. If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo.
That would be funny if there was a muffled voice chat for the no mouth
Do you
game.
wish to commit to this family?
Enzo! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
But isn't Mafia just Godfather the game already?
It's family. Loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you, Enzo?
The Old Country.
And if you thought that guy was a stud, just wait till you see this next game. LEGO Voyagers captures the creative, hands-on spirit of classic LEGO play and will also support a Friends Pass, just like Split Fiction. Here's the first ever look.
Annapurna. Wow. Those are some good LEGO graphics. A single block. Those little eyeball Lego blocks are always funny. Okay, you could see when it went from pre-rendered to actual gameplay, but it still looks nice. It's a fun idea. I'm surprised they hadn't really done anything like this yet with Lego. Voyagers.
Hello, Summer Game Fest! I'm Carolyn Lawrence, voice actor for a few familiar faces you might have grown up with on Nickelodeon. Some with squirrel suits, thank you. Some with science smarts, and some with serious attitude. Nickelodeon has always been about wild
Sandy.
worlds and weirder characters. And while I'm mostly sworn to secrecy
You can
today,
hear it on the voice.
I'm thrilled to have a hand in revealing something that brings a lot of those characters together like never before. I hope you enjoy the first look at Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Yeehaw!
She's also the original Ashley from RE4, yep.
Leon, help!
And Cindy Vortex from Jimmy Neutron.
A brave and wise and powerful and ridiculously handsome wizard would call upon his magic powers to summon the most ferocious, most awesome, most totally radical team of adventurers the land had ever seen. They alone would be able to...
Wait a second, is this Nickelodeon characters in the D&D campaign? Is that what's happening right now? Oh no, it's just SpongeBob specifically. No wait, no, because that's Fairly Odd Parents' thing. Okay, so it is that.
It's been almost 2 years since players first stepped into the role of Geppetto's puppet
No, I
to save the
think
city
Tara
of Krat
Strong is
from
Timmy
disease
Turner.
and puppet frenzy in Lies of P. Overture is a DLC expansion to Lies of P that
Nicktoons
transports
Gauntlet.
players back in time with new characters, environments, and of course, imposing enemies and bosses. Here's the exclusive new look.
What's a game mill? Lies of P? Bro, you could have used 2 arms. You didn't have to try to look cool. Wait a minute. The protagonist does look like the character from Lies of P. Is it literally just like Lies of P DLC or something? It doesn't. That's so weird. The environment looks so different though. They must be in a different area. Oh, it's a prequel DLC. Okay. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, I still need to go back and finish Lies of P at some point. Oh, it's nasty. Oh. These creatures. Encroachers. That one boss who was like dragging him across the floor.
Yes, that's right. Overture is available today across all platforms to play, so enjoy it this weekend.
Today, wow.
All right, next up, the small video game publisher Serenity Forge, based in Boulder, Colorado,
What do
shared
the
this
kids
game with
call
me a
that, a
few months
shadow
back
drop?
with a DM that said, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. That piqued my interest. I think you might get a kick out of this announcement, too.
I sit at the front of the dinner table where he used to be.
This whole thing's gonna be like 3 hours long, isn't it? I might have to like try to quickly make dinner in the middle of this and then come back for the end of it.
Plates of angels. Plates of her legs. Beautiful.
And I might just have to like check in on my phone once in a while.
Plates of flowers. Plates upon plates.
Plates upon plates.
The garden is lush in the rain. And everything's focused. Dinner's ready. There's a hunger that feeds and blooms, and I'll feed, and I will bloom.
I wouldn't recommend eating those tomatoes. All right, NCSoft is expanding its Blade and Soul universe. Let's take a look at the rich lore and dynamic action in Blade and Soul Neo, just out on Steam, and Blade and Soul Heroes coming soon.
5.6 is available today.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Human Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
You're seeing me live in real time.
Squid Game will be coming to UEFN.
It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year.
That Mongilsta Dive will be exclusively on the Epic Game Store.
We find a way.
We altered the course of nature, unleashed genetic power across continents. Now it is up to us to nurture what we have set free, to find hope within this chaos. Well, to help life find a way.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games. 10 years ago, we broke new ground with our first game, Shovel Knight. Today, I'm thrilled to share a world premiere look at our next IP, Mina the Hollower. Mina continues our traditions of refining retro gameplay for a new generation. It's a bone-chilling adventure that it blends intense combat, free roaming exploration, and precise platforming. As Mina, a whip-wielding hollower, you'll burrow through danger and unravel the mysteries of a cursed island. A decade ago, we unearthed a groundbreaking legend. This year, we're bringing our next bona fide classic.
All right, this is a special one. Our next game comes from a well-known developer that has done. Yeah. Oh, Kyle Bossman, everyone. Final Bossman. All right. Well, let me see what this says. Oh. Hey, Jeffy. If you're reading this, it means three things. Number one, you're killing it at the fest with your oodles of totally natural charisma. Debatable. B, I'm at your house playing long darts with the fam. And three, you're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can pimp my revolutionary VR gaming venture that will shock the industry probably. A wet one on the lips, comma, Wade. All right, let's take a look.
Ooh, Red Band trailer. Hell yeah. Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the glory of gaming's first quintuple A tropical farming sim experience. Oh, hi, new friend. escape the turd burger of late-stage capitalism and enter a world of VR magic and wonder. You'll care for exotic pets, the elderly, and dysfuncting with hip-hop Satan. Oh, don't worry, he's a fascist. He deserves this big time. This guy's a total dick. What the hell? Who designed this shit? I wiped my ass on this first. You're welcome. Who got the lobotomy with fries? All your dreams of being inside me come true in VR. Spider-Man gets Insomniac, and I get this shit? I'm craving Korean barbecue now. Is that weird? Whoa!
With Neil Patrick Harris as Deadpool. All right. Last year at Gamescom, we announced Dying Light the Beast, the culmination of a decade of Techland's experience building survival horror games. Kyle Crane is back as the player character in this title that blends open world and action survival horror. Let's take a look at the latest trailer with some big news, the release date.
What can you tell me about the Baron?
He's a narcissistic sociopath. He's experimenting on humans like they're lab rats. God only knows what the Baron's planning to do with those monsters.
I don't care how high his walls are or how big his army is. That fucker will pay for what he did to me. All the years he took from me, all the agony he put me through.
You want revenge?
Damn right I do!
South of the city. The Baron's men operate out of there.
Then I'll go there and fucking kill him.
There's the big news. Dying Light the Beast is coming on August 22nd, Gamescom week. All right. This next game draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age films to capture the highs and lows of adolescence, the bonds of friendship, and the nostalgia of growing up. Mixtape comes from Beethoven and Dinosaur, and Annapurna Interactive, and this is your exclusive new look at this game that plays like a love letter to teenage memories.
What are we doing?
Hanging out, getting buzzed.
I've got to get out of this place.
At the end of an era, when everything's about to change, it's time to look back on your greatest hits.
Mom, who is it?
One moment. It's the pigs, darling.
Shit!
This year, experience a retrospective like no other. Beethoven and Dinosaur invites you to relive the teenage riot, to spend one last night together before school's out forever. And with a soundtrack this good, it's gonna be one hell of a night. And The Cure. I love The Cure. Experience it for yourself. Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
I trust you have seen it. A beautiful world where harmony reigns. Will you struggle until your last fleeting moment? Your destinies are sealed. There is no escaping them.
That is why we must end you. Right here and now.
On your guard.
This is gorgeous. Take this! And just getting started. Let's put it into action.
The surge of power. Savor each moment.
Now, get ready. Everyone, are you with me? We will live on in this world. No matter what hardships await. We fight for a future filled with hope. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree.
A beautiful game. That was the global announcement of Toa, a new roguelike from Bandai Namco and developer Brownies, a game drawing from classic Japanese art with a whimsical spin on Eastern mysticism. Next, we want to introduce you to a game made by a first-time solo developer in Bandung, Indonesia. With the help of 9 of his friends, he's built an intense action beat-em-up with brutal hand-to-hand combat set in his hometown. This is Acts of Blood.
They left me with nothing. No justice, no peace, just names on the wall. The hunt isn't over. Not until I kill them all.
Bad Dotland.
Amazing what these solo devs can do today. Now it is time for the reveal of the next game from Montreal-based Tribute Games, the makers of TMNT Shredder's Revenge and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which you saw a little bit earlier. If you're like me, you've been waiting for more than a decade for this reveal. Scott Pilgrim's back with his fists flying in a brand new brawling adventure in EX. You'll battle through space-time and the streets of my hometown of Toronto with Scott, Ramona, and 5 of their former rivals in this online 4-player co-op adventure with a story written by Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, we're going to be right back, but first we have a very special message from Maggie Robertson, TGA winner in 2021 for her performance in Resident Evil Village.
Ah, there you are. Wait long. We've been preparing delightful ways to make you suffer. So enter the village if you dare. We've slashed the price to be lower than ever for you simple little man things. Still thirsty? Worry not, you ungrateful wretch. There's plenty more fun to go around. Now cease this foolishness and make your decision wisely.
Since the dawn of time, humankind has been obsessed with the hard. Now, a glorious morning has dawned on something that's simply harder. Scum.
Big hitter like witness this apogee, no fantasy. Big hitter like mix up pure alchemy, lethality. Big hitter like big hitter like big hitter like
Your hard just got harder.
What are you doing here?
Come with me.
At first, I thought it was just broken synapses in my head. Keep your lens feed on. In years. I've been seeing things. Like a part of me that's been buried down deep feels like it's just knocking to get out. I'll be seeing you around, Charlie. Maybe this is the real me.
Diaz, you were a good soldier.
I don't want any part of your future. It's activating.
And I find it kind of funny. I finally
Hi everyone, I'm Hakan Abrak, CEO of IO Interactive. We can't wait for you to discover Mindside when it launches on June the 10th from Builder Rocket Boy and IO partners. And yes, you may have noticed Agent 47 will be contracted for a very special assignment in Red Rock City. This week, we finally revealed 007 First Light to the world, and your reactions were heartwarming. It's coming in 2026, But we want to make the wait more exciting. We are bringing someone into Hitman, the World of Assassination, who is very dear to the Bond universe. Let's take a look.
Your target is the elusive shadow banker, known only as Le Chiffre, a financial mastermind with suspected ties to the criminal underworld. He has arranged a high-stake poker game at the Casino Monarchique in Paris. Our clients have deemed this unacceptable.
I've invited these people for a reason. I know their weaknesses. Mr. Rengang, he's too impatient, and Miss Bai, well, she likes a drink. Don't know about the newcomer, Mr. Smith, though. He's the only wild card. Well, this is turning into an interesting evening.
Welcome to the VIP room here at the Casino Monarchique.
Reaper. Unusual name.
Names are for friends. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Le Chiffre?
There you have it. Hitman and 007 are coming together in a very unexpected way.
We know our players waited a long time for 007 First Light. It's just around the corner, coming out next year. However, Hitman is live right now. So I thought, why wait? And I asked a fellow Danish friend to join me here. As a matter of fact, he is here with us today.
That's right, everyone at Summer Game Fest, please welcome the great Mads Mikkelsen. Good to see you, Mads. Thank you for joining us, and thanks for coming to Summer Game Fest. Mads, you are Cliff, but you're also Agent 47's next target as Le Chiffre, the villain we know from Casino Royale.
Yep, that's it. And you know, this is, I've always had a deep love for this character. It's a role that means a lot to me because of a lot of reasons. So when Haggard gave me the chance to step into the shoes of Le Chiffre once again, I did not hesitate for 1 second. But this time is a little different. He's more confident. He's dangerous. He's not just a brilliant mind hiding behind a desk. He is visceral, unpredictable, and ruthless. And let's just say this time he doesn't outsource the violence anymore.
So this mission is set in a casino in Paris. We want to make an homage to the movie Casino Royale while keeping surprises for our players. James Bond and Agent 47 have very different set of skills, and the mission will be handled in very different creative ways.
Yeah, he's not going to beat me in poker. He's going to figure something else out.
So I guess it is not just about the shot, it's about the bluffing around the table this time?
Yeah, sure, exactly. It's the Chiffre is always like 2 steps ahead of you. He reads you before you read him, so it's a little like bringing a chess player to a poker game.
We built the mission to allow several parts, unexpected characters, appearances, and even custom poker mechanics.
Wow, all right, well, when do we get to play this?
That's the best part. We wanted to surprise you, so the team is updating the game as we speak. Le Chiffre, Elusive Target mission starts today in a few hours. For only 30 days, and if you play it, you will unlock a unique reward in 007 First Light.
Amazing. All right. Well, Hakan, Mads, thanks for joining us for Summer Game Fest. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you.
right, great to see you. Great stuff. All right, now here's the announcement of a new party game coming later this year that will delight LEGO fans, made with over 1 million LEGO bricks, 300 minifigures, and over 700 trillion minifigure combinations.
It's Saturday night somewhere, so make some noise for LEGO Party!
Get ready!
For a nail-biting competition.
We're minifigures, Dad. We don't have nails.
It's an action-packed contest to collect the most golden bricks.
But will you be helped by friendly krakens?
Or hindered by evil monsters.
Or lightly toasted by a flying lizard with wings?
That's a dragon, Ted. And what about our amazing mini-games, Ted? We've got more of them than you can count.
More than 10?
It's actually more like 60.
Whoa, that's a lot!
With surprises around every corner, anything can happen.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Yes, anything.
Okay, but certainly not a giant crab, a mythical king cobra, or Master Wu smashing a crate.
Those were literally just on screen, Ted.
Wow! We've got all that and more in LEGO Party! Whoa, that is looking mighty tasty.
All right, next, a new look at a new team shooter from Dreamhaven and Moonshot Games. 20 players across 5 ships venture into the most treacherous region of space, hoping to get their hands on the artifact. The game is called Wildgate, and the open beta starts next week during Steam Next Fest. And we're also very happy to announce the game will launch on July 24th for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. Let's see what it means to get into some serious space shenanigans.
Danger. Reactor overload.
I've got the artifact. Laser round installed.
This feels bad.
Now their ship is flying. Is that the artifact?
Safe with me.
This'll be good.
Good thing that wasn't our ship.
I'm proud to reveal to you the next game from Toronto-based Drinkbox Studios, the team behind the Guacamelee series and Nobody Saves the World. They're making a full 3D game that can be played alone or with a friend in co-op. You can find out more during Day of the Devs right after the show, but for now, here is the global reveal of Blighted.
Looking over this decaying world, one can only wonder, how did it all come to this? It began with the ancient rituals, the dead buried with a seed from the trees of memory. Those who ate of the fruit saw the lives they lived and passed their knowledge to future generations until Sorcisto, in his lust for power, consumed the brains of the living, spreading this blight. You harbor it too, I see. Should you fall, pray the vultures consume you before the blight does.
There is more Blighted coming up right after the show in Day of the Devs. All right, next is a first-person survival action horror game from Team Clout. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia. They partnered with the new Munfish Powerhouse label to bring this insane Unreal Engine 5 game to life with unpredictable monsters and visceral dismemberment. Here is your first look. Poor little babies. All right, Mecha Break is one of 2025's most anticipated shooters, with its previous beta amassing over 300,000 concurrent players on Steam and 3 million players in total. In this game, you explore a sci-fi universe and pilot powerful mechs with immersive aerial and ground combat. As a top wishlisted game, players are clamoring to know just one thing: when is the release date? Well, here's Mecha Break's latest trailer with the answer you've all been waiting for.
Growing Martian zones force the Thalassic Federation to advance its Project Enterprise.
My right, buckle up, you're gonna see the hatch inside. Navigating to the port, red zone. Yes, messing out of me, the map, I'm totally gotta leave the fresh beat high. No, I should be back, we must be one. This is the kind of ladies, do what you might to knees, just a few tether leaves. God, very nice for glory. Spot me up and storm it. That's a shit to know it. Discharge your sunshine, God, I'm bleeding. Just not to get to
In this next title, small-scale players traverse the oversized world around them, filled with local wildlife and hostile machines. Built by a small 8-person studio, this is Infinitesimals.
Mechanicals approaching.
We must now face a stark reality. The industrial civilization we were expecting to join is no more.
Whatever it takes, we find a way.
"2026 marks the 30th anniversary of a legendary video game franchise that I think we all know very well. Please check this out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And to celebrate early, a special message from Takeuchi-san.
マギーさんありがとうございます。カプコン竹内です。
皆様のおかげでバイオハザードも30周年を迎えることができました。ありがとうございます。さて、お待たせしているバイオハザードの最新作なんですが、もう少しだけ、あと瞬きするぐらいの間だけお待ちいただければと思います。それでは、これからもバイオハザードシリーズよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
I need a glass of wine too. All right. Thank you, Takeuchi-san, for that very special message. We cannot wait for when the time is right to share more leading into the anniversary of Resident Evil. Now it is time for the next big update for a beloved franchise.
See you next time, Kenny.
Let's rumble.
Alex.
Viper. Blue. Ingrid. Sagat. Street Fighter 6. Flag time, baby. Julia's ring. Get him, y'all. Alejandro. Camila Barbosa. Peter Maganin. Countdown begins.
Adios!
Wish list now.
That was Last Flag, a new online action game from the new indie studio Night Street Games, which is the ultimate game of capture the flag set in the 1970s. As you saw, the closed alpha will be starting later this year. Next, we have a beautiful new trailer for a Souls-like action RPG game developed in China by Lenzi, Wuchang Fallen Feathers, which is launching on July 24th. Here's a look.
Is this bloodshed really what you wanted? Fate is all set in stone. You can't change how it ends. What will it take to finally awaken you?
Gotta rescue one. This one we gotta protect. We cannot choose when people's dreams get snatched up out here.
Inspector Deck, find RZA, find Master Kill, find Jizzle, find Method, find Rico, you find Killer, find Ghostface Killer.
Where is the Wu-Tang Clan?
Find them.
Ghostface Killer is calling on you to rescue his Wu brothers. Wu-Tang Rise of the Receiver is a new co-op action RPG with anime-style fighting, and it's the debut title from the 53-member Brass Lion Entertainment. Now, here's a new look at Guild Wars 2, which has new updates, including player housing, and is free to play. This weekend, to celebrate SGF, you can take advantage of double XP all weekend long.
My calling takes me far from home, where shared struggles form fast bonds.
My greatest advantage? Adaptability. Their greatest weakness? Me. My story.
My story. My story is yours.
You're never gonna guess what happened. I took a bullet, I died, I came back. Here we go. And I met Johnny Silverhand. Chip. Long story.
Here is another game throwing back to a classic animation style. Enter a surreal world where you're a down-on-his-luck outcast who has to battle his inner demons, literally, in this action roguelike. Here's Into the Unwell.
Another relapse, huh? Get well soon. much for someone like you. Delusional. It won't always be so easy. You still look a little unwell.
Hey guys, I'm Ian Prue, the co-founder of 1047 Games. When we started Splitgate in our dorm room, we just wanted to make a game we could play with our friends, and 20 million of you played with us. Now, with the help from our amazing community, we've built Splitgate 2. Why? Because I grew up playing Halo, and I'm tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, and I wish we could have Titanfall 3. With Splitgate 2, we asked ourselves, how would we take portals to the next level? What if you could portal to entirely different worlds? So we combined the action, movement, and gunplay of arena shooters with the scale and intensity of something much bigger. Splitgate Battle Royale launches free right now, and it's fucking awesome.
Just look at that water placement, expertly done. This is the epitome of sport. They're splitting savants and jetpack geniuses. The movement is so fluid, so fast, you can't stop it, you can't catch!
Can he complete the comeback he's going to try? He shoots! He gets the kill! Now that's how you portal! They're not done yet! They got one! They got another! They're going to do it! They're going to see that! Oh my god! They did it! They actually did it! And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're in natural.
Now we are honored to showcase the latest project from the talented minds at RGG Studio in Japan.
I pray with a song in my heart. Ever since we've been alone, whenever I'm feeling blue, let us
Got a name? Mako Daito.
Daito. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
さあな。俺が知りてえや。
You saw it at TGA last year as Project Century set in 1915, and now the full name has been revealed. Stranger Than Heaven, the brand new title from RGG Studio. This time it's now 1943, and knowing RGG, I'm sure more surprises are surely on their way. All right, well, we're almost done here, but we do have one final, very special global game announcement to share with all of you who've been waiting. Today, we've showcased a lot of projects from teams around the world, including many brand new studios, and we're proud of that. But this one comes from a studio that is no stranger to delivering blockbuster games time and again. When I first got a glimpse at this project last summer, I was absolutely blown away by the scale, scope, and ambition of this developer's vision. And while there are many places, really any place, this game could have been revealed, we are so deeply honored that we get to share it with the world right here at Summer Game Fest.
Grace! Grace! Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
What is this?
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Resident Evil Requiem. And it will be playable to fans this August at Gamescom, where we'll also be hosting Opening Night Live on Tuesday, August 19th. Resident Evil Requiem marks a bold shift for the franchise, both in tone and gameplay, and today's reveal isn't just about survival horror. Expect high-stakes cinematic action too, with much more to share soon leading up to its launch on February 27th, 2026. Amazing. Thank you, Capcom. That was an amazing announcement. Glad we kept it a surprise. All right, that's going to do it for our live Summer Game Fest show. Let's thank our co-host, Lucy James. Didn't she do a great job, everyone? Good job. Lucy got to see the trailer for the first time.
I know.
Too.
I can't believe it. You kept that so secret.
Very top secret. All good. All right. Well, there's much more Summer Game Fest to come. Make sure to visit summergamefest.com to see a listing of all the digital events this weekend. You can watch and to highlight even more games, including the Xbox Games Showcase on Sunday. And stay tuned online to see coverage of many of the playable games at Summer Game Fest Play Days that's taking place this weekend in LA.
And make sure to stay tuned for Day of the Devs, which is coming up next, with additional new reveals from incredible independent studios around the world and deeper looks at some of the independent games we showcased today. Thanks so much, everyone.
Awesome, and thanks to you, Lucy. Great job co-hosting. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
Feeling bored with your video games? Your library is full, but it's leaving you feeling empty inside? If you sat down and played your entire games library from beginning to end, by the time you finished, you'd be 9,000 years old and everyone you loved would be dead, including you. Don't let this happen. There is a better way. Hi, I'm Tim Schafer from Video Games, and I'm here to tell you the good news about Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs is an all-volunteer curation committee that plays hundreds of games so you don't have to and brings you the very best of them to show you at places like this digital showcase that you're about to see today. How much does this cost, you might ask? $5 million? $10 million? Absolutely nothing. Day of the Devs is a nonprofit and supported entirely by generous contributions from people like you and also our generous sponsors. So all you have to do right now is sit back and prepare to be inspired. Enjoy Day of the Devs Digital Showcase.
I'm excited to introduce the first look at a new title from Annapurna Interactive and the developers at No Goblin. Ever wanted to live the fantasy of casing a place, gathering intel, and pulling off a heist, all as a mysterious master thief? Well, in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Hello! I'm Saskia, Senior Level Designer and Artist at No Goblin.
I'm Jamie, Senior Animator at No Goblin, and we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
Snap and Grab? What does that mean?
I'm glad you asked. Picture this. It's the 80s, and you are nestled between high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nicky Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up.
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
We can't wait to see what you plan next in Snap and Grab.
Available early next year on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne, Australia, is developing a brand new kind of experience that's unlike anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello. Hello. We're House. You might know us because of our Goose Game. And we're here today to show you around our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things: talking and walking. So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close.
Hello.
Or far away.
Hello.
Or in a tunnel.
Hello.
Or over a walkie-talkie.
Hello. Over.
Or behind soundproof glass. In a situation like this, where you can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture.
Oh, there they are.
And plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot. And if you can't use voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also made a proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well. Hello.
The game is set in a big open world that we've filled with all kinds of stuff. To see it all, you'll need to go for a big walk. Exploring as part of a group is a special feeling. Our chat system makes it important to stick together, so navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, that's not like pass.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even lose each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding your way back together isn't always straightforward. If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again.
Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you find funny and surprising new ways to talk. You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special code, or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah, ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports, and some weirder stuff too.
Stop.
Our challenges are open-ended, and leave plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something else entirely.
You can sit and watch the sunset.
tell stories as you wait for the night to pass.
Go dancing.
Or you could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about this game. We made Big Walk to be a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
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 This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those games in this one as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
Hi, I'm Matt Nava. I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you our latest game, Sword of the Sea. Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword. And it is trying to give you the kind of spiritual experience that you get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new. Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state. And that's something that as a snowboarder, I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game. I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I work with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea. We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment, the conditions under which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the PlayStation 5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit, if there ever was one. But to make a sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre, something evolved, and that's exactly what this developer did.
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game, where between your escape room classes, you can explore a living and breathing campus that functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started making a sequel for Escape Academy, we asked ourselves, how can we push that even further? We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and, most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines that string together campus challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Wishlist Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
So stupid.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape, from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape. But this is not a music game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh hi, I'm Johnny Galvatron from Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
I thought we were in Jeff Keighley's thing.
We're in Day of the Devs too.
Oh, cool. Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about 3 friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
And another car!
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies, a mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get your stash and keep going? That's a rookie move.
Yeah, have we taught you nothing, Cassandra?
What? We all go up to my room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away your grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Are they following us?
Yup. I can't go to prison.
Boxes!
This is a terrible idea! What are we doing? If death looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink!
Play it on Game Pass Day 1, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together. I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit. Fair.
Mixtape. Nothing but the hits.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm Ian, the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
And I'm Augusto, art director at Drinkbox.
We're excited to finally tell you about our new game, Blighted. Blighted is a hardcore action Metroidvania set in a psychedelic Western nightmare. The game's full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain. Over time, a tree grows from their skull and bears fruit. By eating this fruit, one gains knowledge and experience of their ancestors. That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as Blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with Blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or you can harness it to fight back even harder. With practice, you'll be chaining together finishers, taking out huge blighted beasts, devouring their brains, and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level as they craft gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget. We're excited for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
Wishlist the game on Steam and follow us on social media to make sure you don't miss it.
This next title is from a bona fide Day of the Devs alumni, Outer Loop, whose games Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age have both been previously celebrated in our showcases. Outer Loop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
Lena Meals, packs a punch.
No one cooks anymore.
Food in tubes? Yuck.
I'm so hungry.
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dosa Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends. Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks against enemy attacks. Use boost points at the start of your turn to multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories and increases your reputation. Serve Up looks like customizing your Spirit Met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dose of Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight Breaker, have teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Probably should be a genre. Here it is.
Ah, boo, boo. I'm back. It's over though now, isn't it? I tried to listen with my earphones in, but I couldn't really pay attention to anything. It's not really over yet. Possessors. This looks like something factoid-like.
Hi, I'm Miriam, producer at Heart Machine, working on Possessors. Possessors is a search-action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse
That was like a new
Animation.
Resident Evil game
They
I
each
missed.
tell the story of how a character or a creature from
I'll have to
Possessors
rewatch it, or
survived the
just
attacks
look
of the
at some,
demon, or how they perished. In Possessors,
highlights or
you play as
something.
Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through hordes of feral demons to escape the city. Along the way, Luca and Rem will discover what Senzu's corporate master was.
What else is Heart
And
Machine
piece
made?
together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of the team, we're all very excited for you to play Possessors, which comes out later this year. In the meantime, you can wishlist Possessor on Steam, or try Luca's new demon power for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Oh, Hyperlight Drifter, gotcha.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its
Character
satisfying
Portraits kinda
dungeon to
reminded
market
me of that other
gameplay.
game.
I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based
Were you,
Digital Sun seem to have made
you're
some
like an
ambitious upgrades
investigator
to its
in the
sequel,
after
including an expansive
world or
3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated form.
It's
I
kind
hope
of
you're as
has
excited as
some
I am to take a
Flower
peek at
Sun Rain
Moonlighter 2:
influence.
The Endless Vault.
A little bit.
Hi there, this is Isra from Digital Sun. I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault. Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics. Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into a profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now
Yeah,
we're bringing
Paradise
it to
Killer,
a
yeah.
whole new
The character
dimension of
portraits
quality
kinda
and
remind me of
ambition.
that. This
Talking about new dimensions,
Wait,
this entry
what?
begins in Tresna, a blood-brimming town.
That almost
Here,
looked like
Will
the
finds himself stranded after one of his adventures.
Dungeons, so whatever you call
He
it.
won't
where
be
you
alone, though.
Have to one-shot
Old and
the
new faces
bosses.
will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds
Yeah, the
and both
arrow.
battles and looting take place.
When it was the sprite art.
From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics,
Souls,
enemies, and
yeah.
rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk in run effects that can increase Will's power and unlock new abilities. The other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter.
This looks like it could be a fun.
The
I'm
Herald
just
will
extremely
throw
quiet because I'm
projectiles and beams
tired.
non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart.
But it took a little longer.
It doesn't matter how far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop.
I was supposed to go to bed early.
The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals.
And I didn't.
There are ways to influence the
So I
outcome.
only slept like
For
3
now,
hours.
all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you.
Probably end up
Just like the
going to
perks in
sleep
the
early
dungeons,
tonight.
you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop.
Hey, since I did this, it means I
They
don't
can
have to
potentially
stream later.
skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks.
Although I do, because I got to do.
You
the
never know
Nintendo
what
World
will happen when you open your shop. That's why we
Spoiler
call
alert.
it a shopkeeping roguelike after all. That's it for now.
So
After nearly
tomorrow,
7 years
probably
since the
for that.
original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited
Today,
as we are.
Friday? Oh yeah, cool.
Please stay tuned to our socials for all things Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. See you in
Wait,
Tresna.
there's a Moonlighter 1 must have been the
Inspired
Sprite
by
art one,
Pietro
right?
Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually interested in playing a video game to take an interest. From Thomas Waterzoo, creator of Please Touch the Artwork, this is
You know what I
Please
kind of wanted to
Watch
check
the
out
Artwork.
since I've been on a Cuphead kick lately? I kind of wanted to check out Gunstar
Hi.
Heroes.
Welcome to Day of the Devs
ASMR.
ASMR edition. My name is Thomas Waterzoo, and I'm a developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please
Waterloo?
Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings,
Just a nice,
where I
chill
explore
puzzle
what would
game.
happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what
This looks
gameplay
neat.
could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching
How
them
long was I gone for?
at night.
How long was I gone?
Please
An hour and a
watch
half.
the
Oh,
artwork
jeez.
is a psychological spot the difference game, where you are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern
Yeah,
Art.
the thing with
short,
ASMR is
Mama.
that
Your job
either
is simple.
it works for you
Watch the
or it
paintings and
doesn't.
report
And even if
any
it does work for
anomalies.
you, a lot of times it's
However,
very specific.
These are
It's
not
like
your
I can
everyday
only
paintings. They are alive.
a very
and there is a
specific type
mysterious
of
sad
ASMR
clown
might work
wandering
for you, and
around,
otherwise it's just
spreading their
completely
sadness over
off-putting.
all the paintings. You're gonna need a good memory, focus, and lots of coffee to avoid this
That's
from
funny.
happening.
They're reporting
If you
anomalies
don't know Edward Hopper,
in the
no
pictures.
worries. You don't need to know him to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting,
Probably even worse if you're wearing
Nighthawks.
headphones right now.
He depicted themes like loneliness and
But this
urban
game seems pretty
isolation.
chill.
So for
I
me,
say
it made
as
sense to
there's
create a
nudity on
psychological
screen,
horror
but-
game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the Spot the Difference gameplay. There
Whoa.
are no
Oh
jump
my
scares in
goodness.
this game, and no
Just laughing.
monsters.
She must have heard a funny
The
joke.
only things that are chasing you are the feelings of paranoia, self-doubt, and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century. Okay, you've got some clowns, but they are
Ignore
kind of
the
harmless.
clown.
It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now
Please watch
wishlist
the
the
art.
game on Steam. However,
His
and don't tell
his
this to
logo
anyone,
is literally
it's
just his
probably
head. Did
gonna
you see
be
that?
around Halloween this year. Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. The character has a clown sleeve. Oh yeah. Like those old school style clowns.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus.
And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and are currently working on Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel Universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy,
When
it's up to
Annihilus
15 Marvel
launches an
superheroes
attack?
to save the day.
How will they ever defeat
So
the
far,
Nihilus?
we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm,
This cutscene
Nova,
animation is really cool.
And we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight.
Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal devastating damage closer to the ground.
I could get a better look, because last time I was like, Venom looked
We
like
also introduced an exciting
smaller
mechanic, the
than you would
Cosmic Swap,
expect, I
a tag
feel
team
like.
system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies.
For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings, such
Maybe-
as the mutant heaven of Genosha, the
I don't know,
high-tech
maybe
mobile
they
base
just-
of SHIELD Helicarrier, plus a thrilling roster of legendary location across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan-favorite references for you
Yeah,
to
look
find out
at
from the
him.
background.
He looks so, like,
keep a lookout.
As devoted
squat.
fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity
it's 'cause he's
to
hunched
celebrate
over.
our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today?
We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true love letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and console
To keep his
this
sprite
holiday.
a manageable size, and then She-Hulk shows up.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life sim, co-directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music
Celeste.
from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It Follows, and Fez. And to
Wow.
boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier too. I like that they did the old school Wolverine suit. Ooh.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverway.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverway, a horror RPG in live sim and the debut title of our new studio called Blood Inc.
You play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job,
Fiona?
you try to start over on a farm, a
Where's
place where you
Shrek,
can escape from
Fiona?
all your problems, and finally it starts fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track.
Yeah, they got a
You can do
Uzumaki
things like shopping at the
copy
Cellmart or
on their
paying your
shelf, I just
mortgage
noticed
using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes
surprised
and
they don't- the
routines
day
that
the
can
devs isn't,
interact
like,
with each
a
other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new compatibilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening, and you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening into this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date with our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
Wow. Did you know that's the sprite
It's time
artist
for a
for
world
Celeste
premiere.
or one of
This
them?
one
'cause it
from a
looks very
studio
good.
based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018.
Wait, a
along with host of
postmodern
other
platform?
accolades. And since then,
They're
they've been
making
hard
a
at work
Yeek
on
spin-off?
Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine.
No, but also fast.
Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be serious?
Ready.
I really want a submarine.
Hi, I'm Maka, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a new treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts returned to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious plane, guy?
Are you not tired?
I wonder if they're each from
Rest.
different countries. That could
We
be
have work to
interesting.
do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real, and, as of today, reside in Western museums and private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100
This is
years
what I called
to see the
edutainment.
drum.
It is really
It
interesting.
still remains in
for sure.
storage today.
And it's also informative. A lot of
Before
people
each
probably
mission
don't
in
know about all
Relooted,
the
players will receive a briefing where they can learn
old
more about these
artifacts that are being
where they are from,
held
their
hostage.
significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests
Wait
you.
a second, this looks
the
like
puzzle comes
another
in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in
played
executing it.
like a demo
The heists
of
are made up
some
of
time
3
ago.
phases. In phase 1, you case the joint, collecting
Oh, no, that's
information about
different.
where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
You case
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
Was I
In
thinking
phase
of
2,
Never Yield?
you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route.
Yes, I think so.
In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security
So one of
systems
the
as you carry
gameplay
Africa's
modes in
heritage
this
home.
is a little similar to that, but there's the others, like the casing the joint, which is unique.
Relooted is coming to Steam, the Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Remember Patapon, that charming series of games about those little dudes walking around doing stuff and making
Patapon.
music? Well, there's a sequel. Well, kind of a sequel. It's
Heard of
a
that.
spiritual successor.
Oh, look, it's
the
Winona
core team
Ryder
from
on
Sony
here.
Japan
It's funny, I'm
that
wearing a
made the
Beetlejuice
OG
shirt
games.
with Beetlejuice
Coming
on it,
back at
and
you
he's
with
wearing a
more charming little
Winona
dudes
Ryder
doing stuff while
Beetlejuice
making music. Here
shirt
it is.
on it.
こんにちは。パタポンの原作者であり、現在ラタタンの開発をしております。
ラタタン
小谷博樹と言います。
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外
Clockwork
は
Orange poster.
常にラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。
ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなどの新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
そして皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか、可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。
プロデューサーとして日々この業界の苦しさを感じております。ですが、このように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですので、まだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたので、ぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それでは、どうぞ。
I don't think I ever played Puppet. Looks cute. The Ever After? Uh-oh. And maybe I'll have to try out the original Patapon at some point. Does this look like it plays in a similar fashion? Probably with some new additions, I would guess. They're all remastered on PS4. Oh, I didn't even realize there was more than one game already. This is giving like Nightmare Before Christmas vibes with the music, except if it was a Japanese game instead.
Day of the Devs、 そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして、乾杯!
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth. His talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector, Chief Creative Officer at Otherside Entertainment. At Otherside, we don't...
Wow, this guy loves board games.
We take chances, we tackle hard problems, and we do what's right for games and gamers. And what's right now is Thick as Thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game,
say Thick as
unlike
Thieves.
any action or stealth game
More
you and
heist.
your friends have experienced before. Response to the idea and what we've been able to show has been terrific. The team behind the game is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Otherside's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
I want to play that King Tut's board game that he had on his shelf.
So we're trying to have all the bells and whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location. The X factor to me, however, is probably the presence of other players in the same game.
This looks kind of like Dishonored, yeah?
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study
Oh, he has a
the levels all day
Danhausen.
long. But
Or
the
whoever's
other
room
thing
that is. Maybe it's her room.
I don't know what another
She has a
player is gonna
Danhausen,
do. Are they going to actually pickpocket me, making situations
decoration.
that are just so
It's a very
fun. Something that
weird
won't happen in another match
wrestling-
ever again.
pro
I
wrestling
think that's the
character.
thing that I'm
It's
looking
really
most
hard to
forward to seeing
explain.
players do.
I can
He's
feel
great.
like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning because I'm not just
He's very
outsmarting
nice,
NPC
very
AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot. as audio director because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment, and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm
the idea
thinking
of
to
sneaking
myself,
up
wow,
behind
okay, if it's raining
someone and just
there's a thunderstorm,
bonking them on the
maybe
head,
that can
knocking
mask
them out
some
with
of
the
my
club is
sounds
just
so
really
I can
funny
kind of
for
go
some
in
reason.
undetected.
Instead of like assassinating them, you just bonk.
And a lot of this is not faked. If you hear a train in the background in the distance,
War Inspector
there's
worked
actually a
on
train
Thief,
passing
which
by in the
inspired
world.
Dishonored.
Every thief for themselves, right? You know, thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
That is the calmest reaction to stepping in a bear trap I've ever seen. Like, oh.
So every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests. So really anything can
Yeah, it's
happen.
like they stepped in mud or something. Oops.
That's far enough. You know, we've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too. I really want to get this game in front of more players as soon as we can, and I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game, and we'd love to show you what we've been putting together over here. So, thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we highlight the titles like Time Flies.
Make it look
Here's
like
a first look at
caveman
their new
club.
game,
Yeah,
Pocket
that makes
Boss.
it better. I would be an Unga as thief.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables based in Zurich, Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests.
A game about remote working? Hell yeah.
Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems.
This actually looks
Your boss
fun.
will verify if everything looks correct, and most
You're
importantly,
just manipulating
beautiful.
all the data.
But as you do all that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year. You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
That looks interesting.
This autobiographical game is all about food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale. Its unique gameplay unpacks the frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus
Consume
McNally
Me.
Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
Interesting name.
More
for a
importantly,
game.
it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school?
Oh.
Well, I did.
You're so mean.
And I did
What
not
is-
stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. My grades were a toilet emoji.
This game's based on her
Furthermore, zero
actual
European
life
museums
experience.
had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals
Diet or
and
die.
not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
It almost
You,
is
the
like
player, must
WarioWare-esque.
manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you clean the whole bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
I like the variety.
This
in
part
this
is
game.
based on real life, by the way. 1 out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams? Can you hold on to it? Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just
the
one
rose
more
from
to-do
Beauty and
goal
the
on your
Beast.
plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 per 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game after this.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Interesting
Sometimes great games
game,
can go
actually.
unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is Off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off.
Oh, yeah, I'm interested in this. I kind of don't want to see too much of this, actually.
Off is a game I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby.
That's
It's a
the creator,
Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball bat
I heard,
chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition
There was
than
some Suda
to create something
influence in
funny
this,
to show my
apparently.
friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of
But
my
also
control
just the game itself just
and
looks
became very
interesting.
famous.
I definitely
The
want to
reason
play
is
this.
that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can
This is like more than I've
I
even
ask
ever
you
seen
please
of the game. I
not
kind of
to
don't
kill
want to
me.
look at the screen right now. I'd rather kind of hear more of this because.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off.
I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new.
Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its
That was
17th
funny.
anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern
Never knew
platforms.
Toby.
In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now, and revamped combat. We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
There's like a special physical version of Off that I keep considering getting, but it's like I feel like I will like the game, but it also feels you're kind of making a
And now, a world premiere
if
from a
you're really
studio
gonna like
based
it
in
that
Quebec.
much that you
called
really
Game
want a
Team
special
6.
edition of
This
this
is
thing.
their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
Tire Boy. Sounds promising.
Hi, I'm Corey Martin. I'm Thomas Tobin. And I'm Andy Chmelenko. We're co-creators
And I
of
am
Game
Tire
Team
Boy.
6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Well, that's...
Tire Boy is fast and nimble, leaping through
What
lush
should it be?
environments, solving environmental
It gave us
puzzles, and
exactly
taking
what it
on
said
heroic
the
battles.
Label.
All while helping locals and uncovering his own past.
Fish
Cyborg may be the
people-
last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestor
Wait,
and doesn't know
that's
much about his
literally the
family or
Sonic
ancestors.
movie
It's a story
origin
about
story.
connection and curiosity, as Tireboy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tireboy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant radio transmitter to help the local community make contact with long-lost travelers.
In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tireboy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. We've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tireboy on Steam now and follow @tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date.
Time for one more.
Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Let's see what it
Who
is.
doesn't love a vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm
So many
Lucas,
Swedish
and I'm
game
Niklas,
developers
co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
Heard of Toem.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own.
might even
We never
have
thought it
Toem
would
on,
bring
like, Epic
a whole
or
chapter
something,
afterwards
but I
filled
never
with
played
love from all around the world. And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Set a few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
Yay.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might have noticed, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Toem 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. The whole team is working so very hard to make Toem 2 something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real
Wonder
soon.
if the stream will lag behind at any point.
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences.
Yeah, it was pretty
They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character
long
designs,
is
we mean
a Day of the
storyboards, we
Devs?
mean iconography.
Oh,
All
I just
the
saw
different
that,
kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is limited edition and on sale at iMapeIt.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like, it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsolla, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsolla is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games, without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsolla Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsolla for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsolla. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor. But we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. Cool. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and iMapeIt. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications, Panic, PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio,
wait, isn't that
Studio
id?
MBHR,
like id Software?
Summer Game Fest,
you said ID,
and Jeff Keighley, and the whole gang at the Game Awards for your continuous support. Thank you so much.
And if you'd like to donate directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
I'm kind of tired and I'm kind of hungry.
If you like what you saw here today and want more,
Tim
just
Schafer.
follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games. It means a lot to the developers. And thank you for watching today. Thanks to all the developers for sharing their games. And thank you to all our generous sponsors for making this possible. We'll see you next time on Day of the Devs. Point.
But all right. Thank you guys for joining. Sorry I was
Huge thanks to our friend Dose One for providing the
it.
beats for today's show. And please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
Okay, perfect timing. Right,
I'm RJ Lake and I'm directing Unbeatable.
I'll see ya tomorrow probably. Have a good one.